Mandatory socializing after work and happy hours. Why are you treated like you are antisocial and ostracized if you choose to go home and be with your family or prefer to keep your work life separate? Just got a new job and now I have to spend weeks meeting up after work or doing lunches. I just want to work. Let me put in my 8 hours and go home. I'm not antisocial. I have boundaries, but management will freak out if I even imply that I don't want to hang out. Why can't I go to the gym, be with my friends and family, or be by myself? It's exhausting. Where can I draw the line? I don't drink at all. No interest in being in a bar just because everyone else is there. The job shouldn't be everything. Edit. There are a lot of people that say it should be paid. It's not. It seems to be a part of the culture to spend free time with each other. This is one of many places that push you into after-work outings to bond with the boss and coworkers. Yes, you will be treated differently for not attending. That's just a reality that I keep having to deal with. I'm prioritizing my mental health and trying to choose wisely so I won't negatively impact my career. I'll go to a few outings like a lot of you said and then politely decline after that. I won't have alcohol either. Hopefully that will be enough. Special thanks to people that gave me good questions to ask as well. So this was brought up a few weeks ago here. I asked my boss if we're on the clock. He said no, so I walked away. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to work for the contractually obligated amount of time, no more. Maybe less depending on how I feel. This is one thing I miss about lockdown. No office, happy hours. No after-hours holiday parties. It was an introvert's world for a short time. Because jobs are not meritocracies. People who are liked get promoted, and socializing is a key way for management to figure out who they like. Not how it should be, but it's how it is. Given two people of equal ability, the one who gets the promotion is the one who stays out with the boss and helps him hide the dead hooker 10 out of 10 times. When I was new at my last job, we were all leaving early for some work event and everyone was packing up except 2 PPL. I asked my supervisor, hey, shouldn't we tell him it's time to go? And my boss said, no. That's Brent and Linda. They don't go to any of these. They just don't like it. At the time, I admit I thought it was a little funny, weird, but I thought it was nice the office just let them be, and after a few awkward invites, ensured they wouldn't be invited again to work stuff. Sorry, I can't be within 18 feet of that establishment, but, for every establishment they go to, I got friends. I don't need to see people I am with 10 hours a day already, and don't like. I'd gaff what they say. If you want me at an event, schedule it during work hours. If it's after work hours, you can bet I will not be there, and I don't care how bad it looks. I want to see my dog. Family and friends, thank you. This drove me nuts when I was in office. The last thing I wanted to do was hang out with people I spent the last 8+ hours with. I'm much more likely to be social with coworkers now that I'm not in the office every day. I am antisocial. I had a situation like this recently where there was a company picnic outside of work hours in a city almost an hour away, and I told my boss I wasn't planning to go, and she kept trying to guilt me into going and kept telling me to think about it, like I was suddenly going to change my mind. Just annoying. I appreciate the offer, but my personal time is valuable and I have things I need to do. I'm starting to see why they moved me to the late shift. Not that I care. I can listen to podcasts and watch a game in the back room. See how awkward you can make it. My previous job was like this. Endless lunches. Dinners, running groups, road races, and they all think you're crazy or snobby if you have to pick up your kid from something, etc., and can't go. Leadership said they wanted to have social activities the bedrock of building culture, which is so forced and time and soul-sucking for people that have other obligations and need balance and family time. Seriously, 8 hours with performative blowhards how just want to smite you behind your back for personal gain. Your work colleagues are not your friend. Malicious compliance. Arrive. Find your boss. Smile cordially and say, "I'm leaving. Have a great night." Quote. Wait for the email to specify that you must stay XXX minutes. Reply all. Does this mean we will be compensated for our time? Quote. Pray for a written reply and cash in. If they're smart and come to you with a, "Hey, just want to touch base about your earlier email," act like the stupidest person in the world. "I get so many emails. Can you just reply to me directly?" Quote. Nothing's stopping you. Go home. No explanation needed. Fuck them. Life is hell if you're not an extrovert. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Probably time to look for a new job. You can decline the meetings. And I would. I hate these forced after-work social hours. But it may be hard to get promotions, etc. They will see you as not being a team player. So while I think you can and should decline these events, they will continue. And you will still hate it. Find an employer who realizes that work isn't everything. Why do they do this? Simple. The more of your life revolves around work. Social circle being coworkers. Hobbies being social hobbies with them. And so on, the more painful being fired is. This is also paired with the general desire corporations have for their employees to be family. Men, women. I would include non-binary because I'm inclusive, but let's be honest, no corporation actually is. They prefer you be man or woman. Because if you have dependents at home, that makes it all the more painful to be fired and generally instills a sense of duty not to harm the well-being of the dependent and therefore not to quit. Unless you already have a replacement job lined up. For both of these things, it makes it all the more likely that the worker will put up with abusive practices. That they'll do whatever is asked of them for fear of termination, even if it's above and beyond their job description and paid hours. No corporation will ever care about any worker beyond the amount of productivity they can exploit them for. They want you maximally exploitable and don't, generally, have much say over if you have dependents, so they encourage you to have your social life deeply entwined with your work relationship. This is nothing but a predatory tactic for exploitation maximization.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.